Hellos, we are here. Yes, we are. It took us some time to get to this place. Well, you know, actually in the end we didn't really miss anything, so that's good. But we are here with, of course, the TI3 Qualifiers West. This is gonna be the game between Empire and DD, or Davai Dashvin Dianaya. And we'll see one of these two teams gonna be going up against Rocks. The other one will go up against Absolute Legends. The one that will end up going against Rocks will be the one that doesn't have to play again today, because they'll play tomorrow. The one that will go up against Absolute Legends will be playing today, still after this best out of 3. And the one that wins that best out of 3 will actually get a guaranteed spot in the next stage for this qualifier. We do, of course, have two groups, both with 4 teams, both groups having a bit of a double elimination bracket where the winner of the loser bracket and the winner of the winners bracket, so basically the top 2 teams, go through. And a previous match, it was Rocks versus Absolute Legends, and Absolute Legends managed to take that best out of 3. So we are going to be seeing which one of these 2 teams will be joining them in the winners bracket and which one will be
10 seconds
playing in the loser bracket tomorrow, because that is the question right now. We do have Empire on the dire side for this one, banning out the gyrocopter, so already making space to let some of the other, well, otherwise banned out heroes go through. We do have a Wisp still being banned out, as well as a Lifestealer and a Darkseer, but Bedrider, Nyx Assassin, Magnus also in the pool, and we're probably going to see an Empire picking up a Nyx Assassin. Now, of course, both of these teams recently have undergone a lot of changes. Well, I say a lot. Basically, for Empire, it was Goblack and Silent leaving, Mitch and Twista standing in, and also Light of Heaven coming in as well. So we actually see two of the players that I just mentioned leaving Empire on the other side. This is going to be DD, with also their new lineup, with the 3 French and, of course, Goblack and Silent. And we're going to be seeing how they'll do. We have heard already in interviews that have been done by fucking Matt is that the team right now has been learning a lot from Goblack, and that they definitely feel like they have grown as a team, and we're going to be seeing how much they've actually grown and how well they do up against Empire, because that is going to be the question today. Who is going to be going to that winners bracket? It is a double elimination, like I said, but that doesn't mean that the pressure isn't high. This qualifier is the chance to participate in a tournament with now a 1.9 million prize pool. 1.9 million. So, yeah, there is a lot of pressure on these teams. So let's hope they can perform under such pressure. And we are going to see a Lone Druid for Empire picked up. So that will be one of their core heroes already. Nyx Assassin probably going to get played as support, as we already see Empire kind of taking a lot of time to already think about that Lone Druid pickup. I mean, only 50 seconds left. You have to remember that if some point, if DD doesn't need their bonus time, Empire is not going to get any extra time, and you can't, you know, you might not be able to afford thinking so long and so hard about these first 2 picks while you might need that time later on. But we'll see how they will deal with it as DD. Now also taking into a bit of bonus time. Will they go for the Magnus? Because it's kind of like, you know, you have got a couple of choices, of course. There's a lot of different heroes in, and normally when you go up against a team, at least in the first game against a team, you will have a bit of a game plan, right? A bit of a game strategy for that game, and you kind of anticipated what you can and cannot pick. And right now we've come to a lineup that, or come to a drafting phase that has got some heroes banned out that you might not were expecting to get banned out, and you have to rethink everything because there's some heroes in the pool that you just anticipated to have had banned out, like the Magnus. Do you want to pick up that Magnus? Do you want to give it away? It is tricky, and they don't wanna pick it away. They're gonna stick with the lineup that they think is good. Now there's still a chance for Empire to pick up Magnus, but I'm also thinking Shadow Demon just against that Bedrider. They've picked up Bane for themselves, Bane and Luna. The combination between the two, not necessarily specifically strong. Bane is, of course, a very good setup hero, just to hold one hero in place and make sure that everybody can position themselves properly to try and take the kill. But I have to say, like, I am not really convinced here by the Bane pickup. I would have loved to see a Shadow Demon instead, purely because the Soul Catcher works so well together with the Lucent Beam, just because Lucent Beam on itself is already that very high nuke
Radiant team ban.
And with the Soul Catcher, it does even more damage. But maybe they were just preventing Bane from being picked up by Empire, knowing that if they picked up the Shadow Demon, the Bane would be picked up by Batrider, by Empire. But we're gonna be seeing that Shadow Demon. Of course, I mentioned him just a moment ago because he is a counter against that Batrider, considered such as, well, considered to be that because this disruption, his disruption, it's just gonna be there every time Batrider lands the last two, and the target that he lassos will be safe because the disruption will make sure that nothing else happens to him. Yes, he'll take some fire damage when he runs out of the flames and stuff like that, but at least the disable itself won't really do that much to him. We're gonna have a Weaver getting banned out, of course. Both teams so far, we have got Batrider, that is basically either a solo lane or jungle, or solo mid, so solo lane or jungle. We have a Luna and a Bane probably gonna be laning together. Might still be having another setup hero, as with setup hero I mean like kind of a follow-up for the Nightmare, so something like a Leshrac, Lina or Jakiro would work okay for that. Rubicon itself doesn't really work spectacular well with the Bane. The same thing goes for Shadow Demon though, because if Empire starts banning out those heroes right now, like Lina and Leshrac and Jakiro, they also don't leave anything else for themselves to be put up in there. And I kinda would like right now, because I know that I already set Nyx Assassin as a support, but I would like right now to have the Nyx Assassin solo mid, and then Shadow Demon Leshrac still somewhere, if possible, on an aggressive trial lane. But I wouldn't really know how they're gonna be putting that together. We are gonna see the Magnus banned out still, as Empire takes out the Treant Protector. Interesting enough, I mean, we don't really normally see Treant Protector that often, and when we do, he is in one of those lineups that can just go pushing very fast, very hard. But right now, not the case, or at least cannot be the case anymore, even if DD was maybe thinking about it. No longer an option. They are gonna be on DD banning out the Weaver as well as the Magnus, so that solo lane's getting banned out. As Empire, I'm kind of thinking that Lone Druid will be the solo lane already.
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe they were anticipating maybe Magnus mid, but yeah, they still need a mid hero and they still need a carry for their tri lane, potential tri lane. As we have a Keeper of Light getting banned out, as also that is a hero that follows up really nicely with the Nightmare, but at least it's also a hero that doesn't really combine well with the Shadow Demon, so therefore not really, you know, hurting themselves by banning that one out. Now we're gonna see what DD is gonna be banning out last. Can you actually hear me? Wow, I said and instantly also Alchemist says it. Yes, okay, because I was thinking the chat was weird. Because, you know, I'm very happy that you're here. Hello, chat. Because I have no delay on my stream, as I am casting this from DotaTV. And I know that, you know, there's a lot of options right now for streams and games, and a lot of streams with a lot higher production value than I can offer you. And I'm happy that you're still here with me, even though, you know, don't really have co-caster, don't really have anything, and just, you know, happily casting the games, because for me that's the way to really live the game. Like, I can watch the game, but I will never be as in the game as I am when I'm casting the game. So yeah, there are options. Yeah, there are. I got a readable chat. That's true. Other chats go way fast because there's a lot of people in there. As I do have my laptop open on next to me to see what those two streams have put together, because of course both the Good Studio as well as Join Dota have put in a lot of effort into their production, and I really love it that it's stepping up like that. It's just, for me, it's kind of course sad that I can't keep up because I don't have an organization like that. So unfortunately they leave me a bit behind, but I'm happy that it's transitioning into such, and I'm kind of hoping that it will be done for more of tournaments than just the international qualifiers. I actually heard an interview today that the PM did with Gods, and he was saying that he was hoping that next year the qualifiers will be also a LAN event. And to be fair, it makes sense. The qualifiers as well as the international, I mean,
5 seconds remaining.
The qualifiers are probably the one tournament that teams practice hardest for if you're not invited directly. And why wouldn't you want to have a qualifier on for a LAN event to be also a LAN event, just so you know you're exactly knowing that you're inviting the right guys. But who knows, it's of course pretty expensive for 8 teams to be on a qualifier, and yeah, mini international, yeah, we'll be good, we'll be good. Anyways, we're gonna see a puck picked up, as that is gonna be their mid laner, then leaving Batrider to go on the off lane / jungle, depending on how aggressive the trial lane is for Empire or how painful it is, as they pick up the Juggernaut, which is interesting. Like, Juggernaut is nice, but you normally want Juggernaut with heroes that can slow a bit, and Shadow Demon of course has his demonic as his purge, but before level 6, well, you do have of course a setup still there. I mean, the disruption will be there to set up for a Blade Fury that Juggernaut can walk towards, and Nyx Assassin will be there with a follow-up stun, and if the Soul Catcher's there, the target is gonna die. But it's still not easy. It's still not easy, and we're gonna see how they're gonna be doing this. Aggressive tri lane might be a potential something, but for now, just a normal tri lane would do as well. We're gonna see one more last pick from Empire, and that is of course gonna be the solo mid, as Lone Druid is probably gonna be taking on the solo lane. We are gonna be seeing a Chen picked up by DD, so we're gonna see the Goblak Chen and dual lane with a Bane Luna. And then Puck solo, Batrider, yeah. It will be trouble though, like if Batrider is indeed at some point forced into the jungle, he'll have to share the jungle with the Chen.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
and I am
remaining.
sad that I didn't win the international ticket from Just Talk Dota. I'm also sad that I didn't win the international ticket from the Illusion. But oh wells.
10 seconds remaining.
Live and let live. I'm kind of sad that the guy that I wanted from Talk Dota though kind of sold it at the end. Dota Talk, sorry. Like he sold, or he wanted money instead of the ticket in the end, and he got it as well. It's kind of a shame. Anyways, we're gonna see Queen of Pain as the last one there. Ooh, look at this. Directed camera. So we are going to be seeing the Queen of Pain still, so that's going to be their solo mid. Let's see who is going to be playing what, as we have got Twista playing the Shadow Demon, Below Your Brain on the Juggernaut. It will be Light of Heaven on his Lone Druid, Scandal playing his Queen of Pain in the mid lane, and Mitch will be playing that Nyx Assassin as, wow, I restarted Dota, wait a second, my apologies to you because I haven't got my smooth scroll on. Look at this, way more smooth this way, isn't it? Yep. That's great. Look at this, weaving towards the top lane. Okay, there's nobody there. There they are. So let's see what's playing who's playing what on the Radiant side. It will be Silent playing the Luna on the Chen. We'll see the Goblak, of course. That is his signature hero. Has got not the boar, but does have his headpiece. Buttercup's barding, but no Buttercup. Well, that's a shame. We are gonna be seeing. Also on the bottom lane, fucking Mad or Bucking Mad or Mad or however you want to call him. He's going to be playing the Bane this game. Will be on a semi kind of tri lane. Of course, Chen will be in the jungle, but he will be able to be there should he be needed. It will be a safe tri lane on both accounts. Light of Heaven on the safe lane or suicide lane bottom. And Blow Your Brain going to be on the safe lane top. As we are going to be seeing the Batrider Shoxka going to be going on the top lane / jungle, depending on how safe he'll think he'll be. He doesn't have any wards though, and I think he probably will be going into that jungle because that's just the safest way. Funzy will be playing his Puck. Going to be seeing some nice moves, and of course this will lead to a Puck Queen of Pain mid, and that is of course one of those matchups that we see so often that we're going to be keeping an eye on, because also, well, two reasons that we're going to keep our eyes on this, because one, this is basically the only lane that people are seeing each other, because also Light of Heaven went into the jungle, and this is the only PvP lane that's here. So then the other reason would be that this matchup, a Puck Queen of Pain, in theory it should be even-ish, because both heroes have an escape. Nobody should really die. But the way these kind of heroes do this is that they are actually they will try to kill off each other, because they will want to win their mid lane, and they don't want it to be a wash, because this is a skill lane, and I love seeing these kinds of skill lanes. I mean, so far it is Scandal that has only managed to get one last hit, but only 2 on the Puck, so they're really making each other's life difficult. Now I do have to note, by the way, that as you might know, DotaTV is having some issues, so we might see some animations a bit awkwardly or something like that. So just so you're aware. Of course, one thing to also keep in mind is that at some point we're gonna see these two teams trying to push, and it looks already like Empire already wants to do that. The reason why they do this is not because they want to get a tower down fast, well, even though it would be welcomed, but more so they want to force that lone druid, that bad rider to go towards that bottom lane, or top lane rather. Not get anything while he's here, but at least make sure he doesn't get any extra farm inside of his jungle. So they basically force him away towards that middle lane, as we're gonna see Funzy a bit of trouble here. Scandal might be trying to dive this further. He doesn't have a blink, so he can't really do this.
Top tower is under attack.
As they indeed successfully get Funzy out of that, or get Shocksky out of that jungle and force him back to base in the end, and still get a lot of pressure done in the tower, and they might actually kill it off. Especially since Mitch pulls the thing away, as we have a 30-second pause asked for by Empire. Asked for by Scandal, but also paused by his team. But yeah, this is of course one of those things that you can do to just make a change, to change the pace. You don't want to have free farming people, and that Bat Rider is farming in the jungle faster than Lone Druid can. You can't even think just like that. I mean, Light of Heaven is farming in the jungle. I mean, he'll be slow, but he'll be at least getting some farm. In the meantime, there's a Bat Rider and a Chen farming in the jungle, so there's 2 heroes on DD getting extra farm and only 1 getting extra farm on Empire, so that kind of leaves a bit more farm going the way of DD than it goes the way of Empire. So Empire trying to make a difference and try to push down the tower, getting some extra gold to their names, and like I said, trying to force Shocksky from just hanging around there while not getting anything, and therefore making their farm gain on the amount of heroes even once again.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, this tri-lane though, it does cost them some levels. I mean, Blow Your Brain and Mitch both level 3, but we take a look at Silent, he is already level 4.5. So this is one of the things that you have to realize. You're gonna give those levels up, as we have actually 4 stacks of Sticky Napalm there. I mean, you can't really dive too far and being too confident, because at any point there might be TPs coming in from your enemy team and you might be in a lot of trouble. In the meantime, no first blood yet on the board. We have got Scandal sitting on 8 for 4, with Funzy sitting on 11 for 8. I really like, I'm gonna say this again, I love this kind of matchup between these two heroes. It is enjoyable, and of course Scandal and Funzy, both heroes, players rather, that are very skilled. So making this matchup
You shall not.
a very tough one for both of these. I mean, they know it's not easy to kill off one another, and it's gonna be a ticking time bomb, unless we're gonna see Goblik rotate with this Chen, which is what he does often. When he plays a Chen, he rotates fairly early to try and get some kills. Right now though, I mean, where are you gonna get kills when you rotate? You can't get them bottom because there's nobody there. You can't get them top because you'll be outnumbered. Disruption on the top lane in the meantime. No follow up though. But yeah, if you're gonna rotate towards mid lane, you can of course try. As we're gonna see the bear actually holding the rune safe for Queen of Pain. But you can of course try to pick up the Queen of Pain, but it won't be easy, and you'll need actually the Dream Coil as well as maybe a Troll Warlord to try and hold Queen of Pain in place. And we are gonna be seeing the same thing on DD as we saw on Empire. They are forcing out a TP, they're forcing someone to just stand here, not really gaining anything, but also
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You just force him back. Just make sure he doesn't get anything. Just, removing the farm of one of the supports from DD. They do take the tower, obviously. There's really nothing that Twister can do to delay it. He just stands here to try and get the experience that's coming in. He has to be careful though, because one Nightmare could set up for his death. There is a level 5 upon the Luna. When she is level 6, there will be blood. There will be blood. In the meantime, Blow Your Brain is being left alone, something that Bad Reddick can profit from, and he's actually going to be trying to do something here. This is a Blow Your Brain level 5.5 though. He can't Omnislash just yet. It takes a lot of damage from that, from the flames. Of course, Blade Fury makes him immune for that for a bit, but still, he has to be careful. It's completely out of mana right now, and Shocksky still looking pretty okay. He might still try to go for this. The Sticky Napalm stacks actually went off, so Blow Your Brain gonna be fine for a bit, but this is a lane right now that Shocksky is not too sad to be on. In the meantime, we also have a level 4 upon the Chen. I mean, if you look at levels, we still see the supports of Empire sitting on level 3. the supports of DD sitting on level 4, and that's of course the difference between having a solid farming hero in the jungle and having 2 supports on the lane. And of course you see the levels back also in on the Juggernaut. Juggernaut level 5, Luna level 5. I guess they're fairly even right now, as we have got Silent just walking back from a immense bundle of creeps rather. 3 creeps. Yeah.
Double damage.
As we see the supports rotating. DD rune up on Twista. They are still level 3 though. I'm not quite sure what they think about achieving. Sentry ward goes down. We'll be able to get countered again. Twista won't be stopped with that DD rune. In the meantime, this is an Omni Slash ready. There are 7 stacks of sick charges. This is dangerous for Shoxka because he's only level 4. And Juggernaut knows it. He's gonna try to bait it out a bit, perhaps. Those sick charges will give him enough mana. In the meantime, the first bot goes on the middle lane. We do have the Dream Coil up on 2. It is Twista and Scandal that are gonna be in a lot of trouble because here comes the Eclipse. Scandal is gonna get bursted down. Twista now on the run. There will be another Lucid Beam in 3 seconds. And look at that damage. Twista is gonna be able to stay alive. Here comes Blow Your Brain though. Running after Funzy. Has not got his Omni Slash. No more mana for him. And that will be him backing off. We have the first blood, of course, going the way of the Shadow Demon. It was the Bane that went down as the first one during the counter ward that he tried, as that's the result of that one. And yeah, I missed that. Happy times! Yay. But, you know, it's a good thing you have choices. I guess. To be able to go to different streams, you don't like it. Hope you stay though. Hope you stay. Anyways, we have got Silent in the meantime, being very silent, apart from that Eclipse just now, get himself one assist on that kill. And he is doing really nice. I mean, look at the net worth. He is highest on top of everybody right now. And that's of course also because of the tower that he got down. That's really nice. But also because of the last hits. He is 44 for 19, while we see the Juggernaut sitting on 40 for 10. In the meantime, Nightmare gonna be catching out Queen of Pain. Here comes the Centaur as well. The Stomps and the net will be there. A bit of a stacking of the disables, but look at that. Oh! That test of faith is just so painful. If he gets the max damage out of that, that had to be max damage. I mean, there was no other way that he could get that off. Of course, yeah. Poor Queen of Pain. Scandal going down. And that's the second time that he went down. I would officially call Funzy's lane 1 right now. And we see Twist actually coming out to the mid lane as well to maybe help, give some vision, give Scandal a bit of easier time to try and take something here. Scandal, who skipped Shadow Strike, which is something you often see when there's Queen of Pains up against Pucks, because they can, or a Puck can easily dodge that Shadow Strike. So, you know, you don't really want to waste mana, so why even pick up the skill if you know that you're not going to be able to land it anyway? In the meantime, we set a lot of Heaven. It's kind of their secret weapon, hasn't died yet. Has also taken a bit of Ancients here, so is going to continue pulling and stacking and trying to kill them off, trying to get some extra farm up, because he really didn't get that much in the jungle, as I said. He did have a Hand of Midas though, so his farm is going to catch up. We do see him high on net worth as well, so that is a result of and the Ancients and the Hand of Midas, because you can't really look at his last hits. Like, you see 42, which is great, but you can't count those because they're also jungle creeps, and jungle creeps just mean more. Just mean less rather than lane creeps. So that is the story about that one. And of course, like I said, Light of Heaven is a bit of their secret weapon, because he is going to try to avoid being in fights until he's ready to fight. And when he is ready to fight, Empire is going to come out strong and probably will try to go for a bit of a 5-man Dota style push. When the time comes though, they need to have some more core items up. They need to have a mechanism, because they're up against a team that has and the Chen. And the Chen will probably at that point have his mechanism complete, as he only needs 400 more gold. So they need to have some kind of damage, damage stopping item of their own. Not only a pipe mech, but also a pipe, because up against that Eclipse it's just really nice to have if you're going to try to push in at some point. In the meantime, there is a level 6 up on the Bane, and they are going to try to take him down. There's the Fiend's Grip. Blow Your Brain moves his healing ward in, going to try to help out, but here comes the last 2. They will have double disable. Disruption is going to be there, but is it going to be in time? The healing ward still heals through. There is a Blade Fury, and he is going to Omni Slash. He is going to be able to pick up Shoxka, but will he give his life? He won't. That is 2 kills going the way of Empire. Queen of Pain, of course, coming in to help out. 4 heroes here on the top lane, and it is Blow Your Brain that lives. He soaked a Fiend's Grip and a Lasso, and he did not die, and that is why I said during the draft that Shadow Demon was just such an amazing hero against that Bat Rider, and proven here, he saved that life. He saved Blow Your Brain. Without him, Blow Your Brain would be toast. Oh my god, I can try to... No, I won't. Never mind. Sorry, we do have the mechanism completed on the Chen now, so he'll be happy with that one. As Mitch is trying to take some experience on the top lane. He is almost level 6, so when he is level 6, we might see him and Queen of Pain roam even a bit more. They already roam quite a bit, but that duo will be able to make a lot happen. They will have one hero to scout out, and then they will have a lot of burst damage to take down the target. And basically,
Dire's top tower
they can take down any target. If the disable is there on the Puck, they will be able to get the Puck as well, as Puck is actually going to be scouting out Twista. And knowing that he can't do anything, but might be trying to surprise someone. As the push comes middle, we do have the Chen with two creeps. Puck hanging around here as well. I think that he just walked past tower range, but I don't think they're not pinging, so I'm not quite sure if they actually saw him there. And interestingly enough, Hand of Mine is being done on the bear, which is okay because you still get the gold, but you don't get the extra experience. We do have 3 heroes in mid now from Empire, so they're trying to lay the pressure back a bit. In the meantime, there's neutrals, or neutral, Helm of the Dominator, credit there. Stacking Ancients for, of course, the Luna, for Silent. In the meantime, Funzy is still building towards his Blink Dagger, he's got 1600 gold. And we see counter wards up on counter wards for both teams. They're trying to get that control. It's not a very kill heavy game, and if you're looking at the lineup, you also see why. I mean, both teams are kind of okay with just this waiting game. I mean, they're okay with waiting until their Luna is big, until they have the Blink Daggers up on both the Bat Rider as well as the Puck. So we're probably gonna see action earlier from the D than we're gonna see on Empire. I mean, that is gonna be the Blink Dagger for Bat Rider now completed, and with the Puck's Blink Dagger soon as well, they will be able to initiate and just go for pushes all around. Empire though, they want to wait until their Lone Druid is a bit bigger, till their Juggernaut is a bit bigger, and just all around they're okay with waiting. Right now though, it doesn't look like TD is going to be giving them any chance to still wait, because they're going to go in. Blink in, lasso, no deny going out there, and that's Juggernaut going down before the disruption could take place. Disruption is going to be saving up Scandal though, who got a Fiend's Grip, who blinks himself away, and the rest of Empire scatters as well. Scandal is going to be able to blink again in 3 seconds. Will need it if Shoxka chases. He doesn't though. But the push does continue. That was still a tower going down. There was no deny. Of course, Blow Your Brain jumped in trying to get a deny. If he would have gotten it, might have been worth it, but didn't get it, died for it. And now they might lose more than just a tier 1 tower, as the tier 2 is getting pressured. The Gen creeps helping out, of course, tanking up the tower. There's still a Hand of God on the board. The mechanism is going to be up again in 10 seconds. And Shoxka already flying up. This was already the Shadow Demon out of position, going to be taken down. Nyx Assassin in a bit of trouble there, running away. Still has his Vendetta up. Tower goes down. Fucking Mad goes to the bottom lane, because that was where Light of Heaven tried to do what he could to try and take down the tier 1 tower. Didn't manage to get it, and backs off again. And in the mid lane also DD backs off, knowing that they got the tier 2, won't be trying to push on the tier 3s just yet. I mean, they still got gold on the map that they can easily take, like the tier 1 tower and maybe the tier 2 bottom and top. Why try to go for tier 3 if you can pick up free gold somewhere else, right? Don't really need to. We have 1500 gold with that fight up on Goblak again. Curious to see what he's gonna go for next. Is it gonna be that Ghost Scepter to try and stop the Juggernaut from Omni-slashing him, or, you know, is it going to be something else? Because with the Ghost Scepter, the Sonic Wave is going to be doing a lot more damage, and you have to really be wary about when you're going to be pushing that. Also, for people asking, I'm actually not lagging, I'm not dropping frames. If you're lagging right now, that's probably due to a Twitch server side issue, so send a ticket if you need to. Unfortunately, that is the case right now. We do still have Silent being highest up on net worth, sitting on 7.3k, with the second highest being at least, well, almost 2k ahead, below. Disruption gonna try for Twista to TP out, but no, Nightmare is gonna be there, Twista is gonna come down. Finds himself just a bit too many heroes here to do something with it. And Silent actually picking up the kill there, really nice. This is gonna be Roshan going the way of DB, no real chance for Empire to fight back. I mean, like I said, they need to wait until the Juggernaut and Lone Druid are big, and you know, normally in a game like this you would be expecting that Queen of Pain will try to, you know, take the fight take the mid game,
Radiant's
win the
middle
mid
tower
lane,
is
and
under
then
attack.
distract DD from going on their carries. But Scandal did not win his mid lane.
Immortality.
And that is showing right now, and that is putting Empire at a tough spot. They need to be making good use of their heroes, obviously, but I'm also meaning like Nyx Assassin trying to roam, trying to gank. He can't do that by himself. He needs Scandal, and of course he also needs DD, because DD need to have their heroes at a position where they're actually able to get picked off. And now Funzy is in a fairly okay position to get picked off, but you know, he's a puck, and pucks are very tough to gank. So that's gonna be tough. Also, Bat Rider is very tough to gank, especially when there's a Bane around. Puck still goes down though. I was actually thinking he wouldn't, but that's a good pick off. Not even a Sonic Wave used, not even an Omni Slash used, just a Vendetta and the Impale. Getting the kill up on Funzy, great pick off, and now the rest of DD coming in to see if they can still do something to avenge their fallen comrade, but it doesn't look like they can, and they back off. With they, of course, mean Empire. Meantime, let's see if Light of Heaven is having more luck this time. He of course has his eyes set on the tower, and his bear, yeah, he should be able to get this. There's no fortification. There we go. He can do it. Yay! In the meantime, he's of course building towards his armlet. As we're seeing the massive ancient stack being taken down by Silent right now, with the help of the chain creeps that are just tanking. And there is actually also a Vlad's up on Goblak. I love this pickup. Make sure that, I mean, this is just a team fighting oriented Gen right now. Has the mech, have the Vlads, just aura support for everybody, and is gonna be definitely ready to go for 5-man pushes. And of course, 5-man pushes, when you have a Bat Rider on your side, you're gonna be able to blink in, grab someone, and make it 4-on-5 rather than 5-on-5. And that is something that DD is going to be really happy about. They are playing still quite cautiously. Same thing goes for Empire. There, of course, Empire doesn't really want to fight, really, because they can't really fight. They have noticed that they want to pick off, but not really go for 5-on-5s. 5-on-5 fights, that is. But even though DD, I feel like they should be okay to fight, they're not really trying. They are going to be trying to take down the tier 1 tower top though. There is a Juggernaut around here, but he is going to be walking back when he realizes that a lot of people are missing from the map. And that is because the rest of DD smoked up and went top, and this is going to be the cue for Empire to be extra super duper careful. Even though these three might be in a bit of trouble. Because if they're going to be walking that way... Oh, I can... Oh my god! You can see my line on the minimap, and you can't see it on the floor. But you can see it on the minimap, that's nice. Well, maybe they'll try to trade a tier 1 to a tier 2. Wouldn't be that bad for Empire, actually. I mean, yeah, they're giving gold away to DD, and that's not nice, but, you know, they already had anyway. And they rather want to take gold for themselves to get a bit more of their core items up. We do have them going towards the, well, DD rather going towards the 7k in favor, as the TPs now go out, because it doesn't look like DD is actually backing off. Experience graph also in favor of DD, about the same-ish, a bit less perhaps. DD rune up on DD. Funzy shot, or lasso, blow your brain. Picked off already, and Tangle up on Funzy though, trying to help out, but is it gonna be enough? Sonic Wave flying through, Funzy indeed goes down, but that's the only one so far. There was a buyback from the Juggernaut. They will still be able to pick up the Shadow Demon because Silent still hanging around. He has the Aegis, he's not afraid, but he should be afraid, because here comes the Entangle machine. Even though he is enfeebled, Entangle is still gonna be there, and that should still be a kill. Rack still stands, tier 3 still stands, and that is gonna be Empire. Well, a good fight for them. Yes, they bought back on Blow Your Brain, but killing off Silent, that was actually the first time that he died, really important, and that was just overextension. I really didn't think he would still go in. He did get the kill on the support, but hey, what good is a support kill then, right? If you die for it, not really that good. So in the end, good fight for Empire, fighting off that push in from DD, and you know, not only that, they will probably also with this have bought themselves quite a bit more time, because the next time DD goes in, they'll want to make sure that they'll guaranteed win that fight rather than just, you know, walk in to die, which is not really good. Maybe they want to have a new Aegis before they go. In that case, there are 6 minutes before DD will go again. The thing is, you have to remember though that they know also, DD knows that Empire, if really late, they'll have a Lone Druid, which is really powerful. So you might not want to wait too long. It really depends on how long you think you can wait. And it all comes down to one big thing, and that's the whole thing about Dota, knowing when you are how far ahead, when you can do what, when you can overextend, or when you can how far you can extend, because I feel like overextending always bad, but when you how far you can extend a certain push, how far you can extend a certain chase, and when you should be going in for the kill and when you should be backing off. That's basically the entire game of Dota that I just described, because I mean those can be transitioned into big decisions, micro decisions, macro decisions, and right now it looks like the decision of DD is not to give Empire any peace of mind, not to give Empire any time to farm up their heroes, and they're gonna be going top once again with the BKB this time upon Silence, one thing that he didn't have the previous game. Wow, am I starting to get a cold? That's not good. That is not good. Oh well. Let's see how far Empire can fight back this time, because of course now they don't have a buyback on the Juggernaut. And they don't really have any items up on him as well. We do have the armor up on a bear, of course, but other than that, not really that much. And he has got a Enfeeble up on him, so the only thing he is right now is an Entangle machine. And there is no cure for that for the tower. At least tower goes down. Last two grabs Mitch. There is also a feed script up on BKB Scandal, trying to stay alive, trying to, whoa, he doesn't actually get focused. Hand of God going through, Bear in a lot of trouble, just standing there, going down, bit of bad micro, but the hero goes down as well. Flame Break, gonna be not doing anything, and this is Empire. But on the back end of things, for sure, there's a new Bear, but will he be able to save these Rex from going down? I have my doubts. Entangle, first hit if I'm fucking mad. It is gonna be Blow Your Brain that will still get picked off. The bouncing blades have no mercy, and they are everywhere, and they pick up both of the racks, and it is gonna be Empire left without Rex. DD leaves the base, TP's out, gonna be happy with that one. Did not lose a single hero. Picked up Lone Druid, picked up Juggernaut, and are gonna be backing off again. Oh, they're gonna be trying to catch out people. They find Scandal though, and Scandal is the one to get sent packing, maybe, unless he blinks. Yes, he blinks. Is there gonna be anything more? Demonic Purge upon Goblack. There's gonna be a Scream still too from Scandal, and that will indeed get the kill.
I'm a pain specialist.
And they get the puck as well, which is really nice still. So 2 kills on the return of that one, but losing your Rex for those 2 kills, not really worth it. Empire, though, I mean, I guess they're not completely hopeless, but they can't, like, they don't really have that big initiation go into kill kind of thing. They don't really have that big turtle hero, and there is a Blade Fury, which you can think of a turtle-ish kind of ability, but you put yourself in danger when you do it. There is a Scream and a Sonic Wave, but you kind of want to save those burst damages for your enemy heroes, because other than that you don't really have that much damage going through. You've got yourself the Impale, but you need that also for your heroes. You've got yourself the Bear, but he's getting enfeebled, so counter push wise there's not that much from Empire that they can do. And of course right at this moment you hope for Magnus, because a Magnus would still allow Empire to just jump in and take that fight, but they don't have that big team fight potential hero. They just need to keep the enemy outside of their base, like on their own. Just try and pick them off time and time again with that Nyx Assassin and that Queen of Pain to just make sure the push is not happening to begin with, because ED doesn't want to push with just 3 or 4 heroes. And that is the thing that they are, of course from the start I've been saying that they are kind of lacking, because that Queen of Pain didn't really have that solid mid lane, died twice early on, and it kind of hurt them so much in this time that it is really not something that you that you can't forget, and you're paying for it right now again. They need to try and pick heroes up, but DD, they are already done with the whole laning thing. They already are done with the whole able to get picked off thing, because they're grouping up so much, and Empire is in a really tough spot right now, because what can they do to delay this game, which is what they should be looking for, like delay the game, get the Juggernaut, get the Lone Druid up to farm, and best defense is a good offense. We're gonna see that right now, because they're walking right into a bunch of enemy heroes. DD hanging around the bottom lane are gonna be looking to go. Let's see what kind of initiation they have. Let's see how Empire is gonna try to surprise DD, because that is gonna be their goal. Manta Style in the meantime also up on silent. Let's see. Walking forward bit by bit is gonna be the first one of his team to walk forward. The rest all hanging behind. There is of course a Nightmare and the Fiend Spear hanging around there. Silent showing himself. There is no vision. Yeah, there is. Ha! Hello, people. Hello, Blow Your Brain. There's no disruption. Blow Your Brain gets picked up. Disruption actually overshadowed himself to save his life. Twisted, though, he is still gonna be going down. Juggernaut bot back is gonna be here again, looking for targets. Dream Coil up on 2 and a bear. It is gonna be a Sonic Wave on the side. Scandal trying to do what he can, but look at that. They can't get any foot in the door. They can't. Look at the HP bars of DD. They're getting every freedom. There's the Omni Slash. Now that does a bit of damage, and that's gonna send Shock Skull in his way. But it's still not enough to take him down. And Lucent Beam still kills off Blow Your Brain for the second time in one fight, with now Shock Skull still going down. At least Scandal was able to finish that job. But that was basically the only hero of DD that was showing any sign of struggle, apart from the mana bars, of course. And he actually buys back instantly. Is gonna be back again soon. Is actually pushing the mid lane out as he goes, maybe allowing DD to not only take the mid lane, but also take, or not only take the bottom lane, but also take the mid lane. This is trouble for Empire. How are they gonna be getting back on their feet after this one? And are they actually gonna be able to do that? I fear for them right now, because they are not getting their foot in that door. And DD looking solid in this game, of course. One of the favorite teams in this group stage were Roxkiss and DD. We already saw Rox not making it through to the winners bracket, that is. But DD looking to make a solid start here as Scandal buys back, trying to hold on to their racks. The second set goes down as well though. Scandal, he just bought back. If he dies again, will be big. He dies, will be big, is big. And Blow Your Brain back in this as well, but look at the damage. There will be a Test of Faith from Goblik soon as well if he has mana, which he doesn't, so he can't do it actually. 3 heroes still dead on the side of Empire. And there's no GG, but there is. Yeah, there is. I was gonna say, that sort of looks like the start of a GG. And that is gonna be DD taking game number 1 of this best out of 3 of the International 3 qualifiers. We are here with Group A. DD, Dota, taking on Empire. And they are, of course, in a group together with Rox, KS, and Absolute Legends. The best of 3 between those other 2 teams has already been played. And we already have, spoiler alert incoming, but I guess you already heard that anyway. We already have Absolute Legends waiting in the winner's bracket for later tonight, where their team will be going up against DD or Empire, whichever team wins that one. And we'll see. We'll see who's going to be getting that one done, as we see Funzy just, getting chased by AFK heroes, but I guess he'll be okay. Just waiting for the throw to go down. Dagon actually will help out. Dagon level 2. Anyways, thank you for watching here, and yeah, thank you for watching here. You have my gratitude. I would have cast it anyway, but yeah, it's still nice to know that people want to watch me still. Anyways, let's jump ourselves out of this game and see if I'm gonna get lucky again to be able to join the next game in DotaTV, because that's gonna be the struggle that we're gonna be seeing next. Stick around, game 2, hopefully coming up, and otherwise I'm gonna be sad again, but this time I'm prepared for possible disappointment. Anyway, out of this game.